Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of great millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit, Lord, willing that they continue to endure and be sincere.
More than 2,000.
Lord, willing that they can, again, Lord, willing that they continue to endure and be sincere. Almighty Shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching His word and believing His word, Lord, willing that they continue to endure and be sincere in the same spirit. And Shalom to Akwatiyam, that are believers in His faith and His truth, Lord, willing that they continue to pursue their lot, which is being a loving and silent, virtuous wife. And Lord, willing to most have mercy on other brothers and sisters that is not in the faith. Like you see in the title, it says, we sing in the same song. In parentheses, Esau is being revealed. And this is just going with when the brother Shemuwala at the camp was speaking about the elder apostles of Great Millstone, saying we just went over this at camp. The brother Asher in camp, we were bringing out Isaiah 34. We were speaking about Zelensky and the Donald Trump conversation. And the elders bring out the TV show House of David. But I had to watch some of it just to see when you hear how the spirit we have in brothers speaking the same song, like going in the same chapter, saying almost the same points. It makes you feel good, right? Singing the same song. That's how you know the symphony is actually going out in the four corners of the earth. So, Lord willing, this is short. I'm not trying to stab this for too long, but it's some key points that the elders is speaking of, and then that kind of line up with this. Now, I was going to put our video in it too, but it's just I was watching the elder videos right here. So again, they're saying the same. They were going into the same point we was. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So Lord willing, you can hear the few points I'm going to bring out with both of these videos. So I'm going to play the elder apostles first, right? Now, I'm not going to play it on the screen because the laptop be glitching. So I'm going to play it off my phone.
Okay, more than 2,000 years ago, the Apostle Paul said that man of sin be revealed. That man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Yeah. So he's being revealed. Why do you think you got so many Edomites that come on YouTube and debunk everything that we say? Why do you think folk have run around, messing with the Israelites? Mm-hmm. Because he said, now we can't prove it, but he did say that. He said, I was sent to this group when he was real young and skinny. He said, I was sent to deal with these other religions. He said something he did that years ago, right? And that's when he first said his name. He said, my name is Mark Rising. So I was John Mark Rising. So we started calling him like Mark Rising. And he hates that shit. So that's Satan. He said, you talking about my baby boy? Yeah. We can stir up the spirit.
So he just brought it out saying that he's being revealed. Speaking about Esau, right? So we about to jump to this video. Again, the elders started off with Obadiah and then they jumped to Isaiah 34, which even show you like the prophets already been speaking of destruction, speaking of World War III, speaking of doomsday. And you got some that call themselves prophets that say, I'm not a doomsday prophet, or I don't speak about destruction. Right, and that just mean you trying to bring feel good to the Israelites, let alone prosperity or getting riches on the side. Really supposed to teach the whole volume of the book, and sometimes it comes with terrifying the people, right? When you know the Lord is about to send judgment, you want to run to the Lord so you're not a part of that destruction or that judgment. So we're going to play Zelensky and Donald Duck conversation.
Happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
Through the Spirit, Zelensky is speaking through the Lord is allowing him to say that. Donald Duck, with his pride self, saying, "You don't know that." Now, a month ago or a few months ago, Donald Duck said even the prophets say that it's going to be a big war in the Middle East, which is true, right? Especially when we talk about the coming of Armageddon. Right, but that's going to all lead to Babylon being destroyed. Let's hear that part one more time.
The administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God.
And that's he's really speaking, because America really has an ocean that's separating them from these type of countries that can destroy them. Ukraine is right in the middle, especially if Russia overtakes it, that's going to take away from Europe, right? But where he said you will feel it, and then Donald Dump, hurry up and say, you don't know that. Of course, he's not going to, he's speaking facts through the Spirit, but scripture-wise, that man ain't even telling no lie. Right? Those missiles are not going to be slack, right? Let's actually go to something. See, bro, the brother went to second. He beat me to the second Esdras. The second Esdras 7:43, it says, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past." Right? This is beautiful. Right? The day of doom shall be the end of this time. And the same with that is going to second Esdras, the 6th chapter, verse 9, right? Because if this is the end of this time, then this is the end of Esau's rulership, right? This is another example. I believe we can go to Isaiah, the 13th chapter. You can go to Revelations 2. Actually, let's go to Revelations real quick. Revelation 17. Right? Because in order for America to get touched, the other nations are going to have to hate America. Right? We're going to leave that brother scripture on the screen, just in case we, want to tackle it again. This is Revelations 17:16. It says the 10 horns, which is NATO and EU, but mostly really technically the European Union, which thou sawest upon the beast. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. What whore is this talking about? This is the whore of America, right? This is that great city. Let's see if they give me a cross reference for the whore. Revelations chapter 17. Verse 1, it says, "And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I saw unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters." That water, when you go to Revelation 17 and 15, is people, nation, and language, right? They're basically the powerhouse, right, of all nations, right? When you go down to 13, where it says, let's go back up. We'll read 13. Go back up and read 12. read 12 and 13. It says, the 10 horns, NATO and EU, which thou sawest, are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. The beast is the whole symbol, technically, of Esau's rulership, right? This what goes with that little horn, right? The same beast in the fourth, in Daniel the 7th chapter is Rome, but it is Rome 2.0, right? Babylon the Great is Rome, right? And they're doing the same movement as ancient Rome. They're just worse, right? So when you go into the meaning of beast, beast means, so actually, let me get this. Beast mean political power, kingdom, nation, and a superpower. America, or Babylon, the Great, Mystery Babylon the Great, is a superpower, and it's a political power. You see how Donald Duck is having conversations with a foreign country, right? But what you call it, Ukraine, is connected with NATO, right? And America is allies is NATO, right? And we just read 15, where it says that basically these 10 horns, they're gonna, no, 16, they're gonna hate the whore. They're gonna hate America, right? It says these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, right? And that's gonna be NATO, right? Because right now, a lot of y'all might not be noticing, but they're working towards this new system, right? They're working to their new world order, right? And this is where the horns in them are going to be connected and be in power, because it says these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, which is Esau's system, right? Soon as they do that, they're going to push forth to that Revelations, the 13th chapter, right? Which goes into the MARK, right? Because before what we see, what the brother got on the screen, before those nukes hit, is other things that have to come into play. Isaiah 54 verse 16, the Lord didn't put it on Esau's spirit just to make missiles, ICBM missiles for decoration. He put it on a spirit to make those, to use them, right? Let's go back to this video one more time, and let's hear Zelensky Tinsky say this.
To come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You.
Hey, he's not in the scriptures, but we can tell you as prophets, he's actually on to something. The man is on to something. America is going to feel it, because these nations, and Ukraine is part of the damn NATO, they're going to hate this whore, right? Right now, even the elites and the people that's connected to America is using it for every drop. And that's going to help or orchestrate that charagma. But in that same time, nations are growing a more hatred for this place, right? Just want to go up to the top. You know, we can go into this charagma, which is right here, 16 all the way to 18, which is physical. But I just want to get verse 11 down, where it says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. When we go to Revelations 13, it spake as the Roman Empire, right? Technically, when we go back to Romans, the 12th chapter before this chapter, where it goes into Herod, and it's speaking about a red dragon. The red dragon symbolized, of course, Esau, Genesis 25, when he was red. But when it says dragon, it's really speaking of Rome, right? So this beast that comes from the earth is speaking like Rome, right? When you go to verse 12, it says, and he exercised of all his power of the first beast before him. So they're doing the same thing as the first beast when it comes to Senate, when it comes to politics, right? They're a superpower. Rome was a superpower, but America is the great power that Esau finally, that we can finally say this is his best wicked rulership, right? But he's exercising the same power as the first beast, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose daily wound was healed. How are we worshiping them? Worship goes into the word obey, right? Or to kneel your head down to, right? And it's really how you got to Jake. Oh, I'm not bowing down to the system. The things that we use, right? Money, right? Well, war Caesar, what is Caesar? Like the things that we do just to get money, right? We want to be to build our credit, right? We're in the same mindset, right? So it says to worship, it says to kiss the hand towards one in token of reverence, right? Through the spirit. Uh, a lot of Jake, they ain't bumping against these rulers, right? Soon as Jake go off like Kyrie Irving or Kai, they want to hurry up and say sorry, right? Soon as they start taking their money, right? It says the Persians to fall upon the knees and touch the ground with the forehead as an expression of profound reverence. In the New Testament, by kneeling or prostration to do homage to one or make obeisance, whether in order to express respect or to make supplication, right? Right? It's basically a type of reverence to somebody of a superior rank, in which, in this case, we're in Esau's rulership, right? And most of Jake is kneeling the knee unto them, right? And through the spirit, even you women is the things that you using just to get by on this side, right? But let's read what the brother Samuel Waller put. He put the same verse in the KJV and the NLT, Psalm 64 and 8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Somebody going to say, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean their tongue is going to fall on themselves? It's going to when they start snitching on themselves. Like Zelensky is technically an Edomite. He's just a Ukrainian Edomite. Russians are Edomites.
The administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God.
See, you're gonna feel it in the future, and he didn't have enough time to expound on it. But guess what? What's the precept saying where he said, the basically the words that come out of your mouth, they're all from the Lord. I know it's one that deals with the righteous, but you got to know that was all orchestrated through the Spirit. The Lord put it on him to say that. Then they go somewhere else that he don't even expound on.
You don't know that. God bless you. God bless you.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem.
See, you don't even get to expound on it. Hold on. Thinking of this joint. Hold on, I want to make sure this is the one I want. Salaki family, I'm trying to look for this one. Is this the one, all that wickedness will establish the judge for the righteous tribe hurts? Oh, that's a good one. Psalm 7, and 9. But that's not the one. Yeah, that's not the one. It might come to mind, right? So this is Psalm 64, verse 8 in NLT. It says, their own tongues will ruin them, and all who see them will make their heads scorn, right? Their own tongue is going to ruin them, right? And through the Spirit, look how the Lord got the men of the Lord constantly shaking the hand, right? Raising a voice like a trumpet. And it's just the same thing as it was back then. A lot of people is not going to accept this word, right? The prophets are going to look like fools prophesying, right? Is this the one I want? For the sin of their mouth in the words of their lips. Let them even be taken in their pride. No, that's not it. It's in my head. The righteous shall see and fear and shall laugh at them. Yeah, Salaki family. I got it in my head. But again, let's go back to, so again, their own tongue is going to fall on them. But I do got a precept before this one leave me. I believe it's Isaiah, the 19th chapter, in verse 2. That man said, you got a nice ocean, but you going to feel it too. Isaiah 19:2, it says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. The modern day Egyptians, right, is Esau. The modern day Pharaoh is the president, right, or a ruler, if you want to say, right? It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. Ukraine, Russia, America, wherever Esau got his hands and his face and pushing out laws, regulations, and order, right? Those are Egyptians against Egyptians. Some people are like, no, I don't see Esau in it. You have to know some things are similitude, right? Where a similitude is in likeness, right? This ain't talking about real Egyptians. This is talking about Esau Egyptians, because the scriptures was for that time, but scriptures is for today, for our learning, right? For things for things that happened in past history, and things that was prophesied for the future. Let's get that real quick. So again, just know Isaiah 19:2 is speaking about today Egyptians, right? Romans 15:4. And what the apostles was expounding on or referencing, they were referencing the law, the Psalms, and the prophets, right? The major and minor prophets. What did we just read? We just read Isaiah, right? This is Romans 15:4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope, right? Most of them scriptures was being prophesied just like this, but every prophet had their purpose. So when we look at the apostles, that time was for them to bring forth the gospel, bring forth the good news. Paul was his ministry was about bringing the gospel, the good news to the Gentiles, right? So now, the time that we're in now, all these scriptures is for our learning, right? So for whatsoever things were written aforetime was written for our learning. So now we get to learn about Esau. He's being revealed in us, and the men of the Lord are exposing it by teaching these lessons. So for Asher to do Isaiah 34 and go into Obadiah and Apocrypha, and then the apostles to do it, that is a prime example of we're speaking the same song, but let alone Esau is being revealed, right? Let me go back to the Elder Apostle video. Let me get that, and I'm gonna rewind it back.
I was sent to this when he was real young. Have Edomites mingled in that shit, you know? Yeah. So that's Esau, because he can't hide no more. Mm-hmm. You know? A mighty angel come down as a jake. Mm-hmm. So they kind of showing you that, but they'll have Edomites mingled in that shit, you know? Yeah. So that's Esau, because he can't hide no more.
Mm-hmm. Why he can't hide no more, right? First, I'm going to get this one. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Why can't he hide anymore? It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away. The falling away already happened, right? The falling away already happened. Now, some of y'all still in a dead estate, but the falling away already happened because the truth, the book is being opened and revealed. Daniel, the 12th chapter. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, right? And that man is Esau, right? He's the borderline of wickedness, right? It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, not gods, but God, who make himself the image of the heavenly Father or the image of his son, make himself the image of the angels, and make himself the image of the messengers or the judges or the prophets. Only nation that truly does that is Esau. Muhammad, what did he do? He studied the Israelites, right? And try to get us to convert to his ways. But they used to believe in the moon and the stars. They try to have us convert to their side, and they don't believe in Yahushua. They believe in Allah, but they were watching us. They pray 5 times a day. We pray 3. You got the Chinese, man. I believe they believe in the damn dragon, or is the Japanese. You got some that believe in Buddha. You got some that believe in what is it? Baal, witchcraft. Esau is the main one that take from all nations, especially from the children of Israel, and make himself in the likeness. And he's not. Who created these nukes or made satellites where they can control, where they can watch what everybody's doing? Esau, man. Right? Let's get another one. It's in Obadiah where it says, "How are Esau ways sought out?" Right here, Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Right? That goes with the Daniel. How is it sought out? Because of technology, right? You got these rich folks that they were saying, man, we should have never made the internet, right? Yeah, that's speaking of are the things of Esau searched out. Right here, Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, his neighbors, and he is not. Right? The Lord has uncovered him. It's not us. Yes, we're teaching, but man's going to the Lord. The Lord is the reason. It's the Lord that's putting this in our spirit to be able to identify Esau, right there, Daniel 2:22. He revealeth the deep and the secret things. He know of what is in darkness, in the light dwelleth in him. Amos 3:7. The Lord would do nothing, but he reveal his secrets to the prophets. Who the Edomites is, that secret is with the Lord. In this side, we're able to know that now, right? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Right? Let's go to Daniel 12:4. Right? And it's all because of knowledge, right? Knowledge shall increase. Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut the words, and seal the book. This book is talking about the Bible. Even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. This is the end right here. Go watch Avengers. Go watch Avengers Infinity Stones. When you see Doctor Strange say, we're in the end. And through the spirit, Iron Man didn't notice it, because when you go into the next, Avengers, the end time, Iron Man damn near wanted to just have a family, and he's like, no, we don't got it. Didn't hit him. That's the same with these scriptures. Everybody's not going to get it, right? Everybody's mind is not in sync with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Everybody is not going to get it, right? But we're playing the end game right now. And that's what the Lord for the end times, what did he do? He increased knowledge, right? 2 Thessalonians 2:8, brother Samuel. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, right? And even more, I like how it says, whom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Just saying it symbolically. I believe a brother brought this out one time. Symbolically, how is Esau being consumed through the spirit is by this word, man. Right? The men of the Lord are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. How is he getting revealed? By the scriptures. Somebody has to teach the scriptures in order for him to be revealed. Let alone you have to point him out. Esau telling on himself by his inventions, by his sword. Right? Like the elder apostle said at their camp, when you go watch the movie The House of David, Esau starting to realize that everybody know that David was not no Edomite. So now they got David. Now they got David looking like a damn Ishmaelite, right? When he says knowledge shall increase, knowledge goes into perception, skill, discernment, understanding, right? Cunning. Even the elder was saying that this word for knowledge goes into science, right? But the knowledge is really these scriptures, man. Knowledge shall increase. But then it even goes into the technology, right? Because we wouldn't be able to push this word if knowledge didn't increase on this side, because we got certain things that our forefathers didn't have. We got cars, we got planes that's flying in the damn air. What takes to make a car drive a boat, or a car to turn into a boat, right? Knowledge, technology, right? The brother Sam put Malachi 1:4, right? How is his way sought out? And the thing about Esau, he leaves a trail, right? Why is that? Malachi 1:4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever, right? The Lord is angry with them. I believe when you go into Numbers, even in Exodus, but when you go into Numbers, it's the Lord says that he has, especially with Amalek, he has war with Amalek from generation to generation. Let me look that up real quick. I think, no, that's Exodus 17:16. You want to give you the right precept, not the wrong one. Exodus 17:6. Let me put it on the screen, actually. And it's another one where I believe this one is in Numbers, where Amalek is the first of his nation. Especially when we look at this society right now, the border of wickedness is going to be Amalek, because it's really Amalek that's saying that they're the Jews, right? This Exodus 17, verse 16, it says, for he said, because Yahweh have sworn that Yahweh will have war against Amalek from generation to generation. And even in Numbers, I believe 24, they're going to be removed, right? Obadiah, the Lord is going to remove them. And right now, did not Esau build? That's another example of how they're being revealed. How are their ways sought out? Look at the buildings that they make. It looks the same way as it was in Petra, how it looked in Rome, how it looked in Greek, in the Greek captivity, right? They're doing the same thing as their forefathers, their brothers and sisters of old. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Why would the scripture say that? Because he's doing the same thing that they did in Rome, the same thing they did in the Greek captivity. I want to see if it's going to say something crispy. No. I think the brother Sam put something up. Don't want to miss that. Numbers 20, 24, and 20. Yeah, let me get that video again. Numbers 24 and 20. It says, okay, it says, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable, which is an earthly story in a heavenly matter, and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his later end shall be that he perish forever. Amalek is going to perish forever, even including the rest of Esau, man. Right? Verse 18, I believe it's the one I want. Yes. Yeah, we're going to read verse 18. No, I don't know why they got me right there. Verse 18, it says, verse 18, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh have spoken it. Right, and this is going to happen after that thousand year reign with Yahushua. It doesn't. That's not. Oh, after the 1,000 years and something else. No. After 1,000 years, Esau is going to be destroyed and burned up. All of them, from the youngest to the oldest, and all the other nations are going to go to their possession as lands that they were given in the book of Genesis, right? And Israel is going to rule the whole earth. All the nations are going to play their role, which they were created for, to be servants, especially Canaanites. They're supposed to be our servants, not for one time, but that's what they were created for. That was their purpose. Every nation was created to be a servant under us. Esau was created to be a weapon towards the children of Israel, right? So the man of sin is being revealed not one day, but every day, right? This is why the children of Israel, starting with the elect men, have to cry aloud, right? And the minute the Lord is doing this, they're actually speaking on destruction outside of Jonah, where, destruction didn't touch Nineveh, right? But destruction is going to hit this spiritual place, Nineveh. He put Genesis 4:13 to 13. Let me go get it. He put 2 verses. Genesis chapter 4, verse 13 and 14, where it says, he is a fugitive and a vagabond, right? And he's the example of Cain. This is Genesis 4 and 13. Now, this might go over some of y'all heads. It says, and Cain said unto Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I will be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. Right? And guess what? The Lord's face is hidden from Esau. Don't you know Esau is the one that's searching as far as they can to find God? They're not just going to space. And if they truly know who we is, they think that they can make it to the 4th dimension or make it to where the Heavenly Father. If they can make it to where the Heavenly Father is, Esau would be the one to try to take that over. If they can technically get an angel chariot, they would try to study it and try to make their own. Esau, all he does is take. He's a fugitive. It's a movie called Fugitive. It's an Edomite dude. He got accused of something he didn't do. He a good actor. That's actually a good movie. And he was a fugitive. Better yet, let's give some sense to it. Let's look up these words, right? Because I could be thinking fugitive this way, and we can go into the word and it can go somewhere else, right? But fugitive is the same as somebody that's like arrested and they flee. Basically somebody that wanders, but a prisoner is somebody that will wander. So a fugitive is a shake, wander, a move, promoted, fugitive, sift, stagger, or wag. The biblical usage to quiver, tutor, shake, rail, stagger, wander, move, sift, make, move, wave, waver, tremble, right? He's a vagabond, right? To be unstable. I'm not gonna read the same exact words. A vagabond, to be tossed about and around. Hey, we see what the devil said. Satan said in Job, he goes to and fro in the earth, and through the spirit. In the flesh, what do Esau do? He go to and fro in the earth, and he was a fugitive, which he had to make a move. He had to get out. Guess what? If anybody touched him, right? It was going to be a curse upon them because he was afraid that somebody was going to touch him. He looked it different than everybody. He got hit with being a curse, right? Being a leaper, disturbed to cause to wander. That's the type of fugitive he is, right? When you escape from prison, or say the freaking prison bus, it flips over and everybody dead but you alive, and then it gets on it. Technically, you'll be a fugitive, right? That's gonna cause you to wander. What type of person gonna escape? And you're the only one alive, and you're gonna, oh, take me back to prison. I'm a bad person. Most cases in every movie, they run. Go watch the TV show Prison Break. When they escaped, what was they? Fugitive. Uh-oh, that's a message. I might have to watch that again. That's a wander. They're wandering, right? I'm gonna read what you got down there too, Sam. So that was fugitive, or was that vagabond? What's that? No, this is a vagabond. That you got vagabond in the Greek and Acts. Nude, bemoan, remove, vagabond, flee, get, mourn, move. And technically he had to flee, right? He's wandering, same as a fugitive. Shake, waver, wander, to move, to and fro. Right there, that seals the deal. The same example in Job. Satan, where do you go? He said to and fro in the earth. Right? And what does Esau do? He go to and fro in the earth, seeking whom he may devour. Right? That hits it right on the point. Right? He said he is a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth, basically going to and fro in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And Yahweh said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. Right? Through the spirit, Esau is marked. Right? Now, of course, when we're looking at the Israelites, you have to be circumspect. Right? You got to be cautious, because some Jake look like Edomites. So you have to try the spirit by the spirit. But through the spirit, Esau is marked. Right? Judgment is going. There's no way that they can hide or get away from the judgment that Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shai is going to have set for them. Not even the 2/3 of Jake. Right? And especially you niggas that's teaching something false or a new doctrine, you've been marked through the spirit. Soon as one of the men of the Lord, it doesn't matter if it's a lower level man of the Lord, he just got in the faith. Soon as they eyes seen you and they heard you bring it out, you've been marked. Really through the spirit, because the Lord got his eyes in everything. Habakkuk 2:5, it says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man, right? That man. Nebuchadnezzar. I mean, not Nebuchadnezzar, even though that's symbolic too, but King Antiochus, right? Herod, right? The Caesars, right? If you actually get into the history of the Caesars, them niggas was prideful, man. Right? Even Nero, right? You can go his videos. Nero was prideful, man. I think he had a few of his family members put to death. He had his wife put to death, right? It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. Not the hell that IUIC teaching under the earth, and is as death. It cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right? It says he cannot be satisfied. Wait, hold on. That just gave me a message. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, we'll just go to this one. I gotta go to bookmark. It's Sirach, the 12th chapter, in verse 16. I gotta get it. I got to get it. He's never satisfied. And that's who we serve. You think because he give you a few million, he your best friend? He give you some assistance, he your best friend? This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 in verse 16. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. So he got other things he wants to do to the people and to the world, especially when you look at this MOTB. It's fit. Look, I'm about to say a sidebar. If this verse don't make sense to you, he's not only satisfied with blood. Look at technology. You think he's not going to try to make a device where he can track everybody and track your money, the money you using? Yahushua said, reward Caesar's what is Caesar. All the money you use on this side, the shit don't belong to us. It's all Esau's, man. Reward Caesar's what is Caesar's, right? Let's get that too. That right there is an example. All the money on this side belongs to him. And you can't see the charagma? They can't see it, because this is not meant for everybody. Let's go to this one. Mark. The 12th chapter, around the 17th verse. Is this the one I want? Okay. This is Mark 12 and 13. It says, they send unto him certain of the Pharisees and Herodians to catch him in his words. And when they were come, they said unto him, Master, we know. Wait, hold on. I want to see. Because it would tell you, of course, we know Caesar's. This is talking about Rome, right? But I'm trying to be even more smooth. Does it say? Okay, it says Rome. So that hits it even home too. So right here at the top, it says tax for Caesar. You go to Luke, the 2nd chapter, where it deals with Mary, Joseph, in the time of Yahushua being born, that Caesar Augustus taxed Israel, man. Right? So this was a movement in Rome, and America does the same thing, right? That's what makes this hit even more too, because it says, how is Esau way sought out? Because if he has a track record of what he did in his past. Revelation 13, it tells us that this same beast is just like the one that was in the water, talking about Rome, right? So Mark 12 and 13, the NLT, it says, later, the leaders sent some Pharisees and supporters of Herod to trap Yahushua into saying something for which he could be arrested. Teacher, they said, we know how honest you are. You are impartial and don't play favorites. You teach the way of God truthfully. How, tell us, is it right to pay taxes to Caesar or not? When you pay taxes, that shows that you are a slave. That basically tribute money. That shows that you are oppressed. Yes, it's other nations that's oppressed. They're paying taxes, right? In all kingdoms, it was always a ruler. Us prophets, we're teaching to let you know the main ruler is Esau. He makes the decrees on the whole earth. When Antiochus Epiphanes started ruling, that wicked root, he made a decree and said, I want all nations to drop their laws and their ways, and let's all be one people. If nations didn't follow it, he was putting them to death. That's a decree, right? So we were taxed in the time of the Greeks too. We're taxed in this same time. We're taxed in Rome, right? This shows that we're servants, but what makes it different for the children of Israel? We are in captivity because we rebelled against the Lord. That makes it different. Why is Elam a servant then? He's God chosen people too. He's getting taxed. Yes, he is getting taxed. Yes, he is a servant, but he's not in captivity because he rebelled against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. The law, this word, this Bible wasn't given to them. And we talk about ancient time. Oh, the Muslims, the Chinese, they can get a Bible now, so the Lord dealing with them. No, because the Lord was thinking of the end game. Jake looked like Chinese. They look like Africans. They look like this and look like that. The Lord allowed the Bibles to get created so that the elect, the true elect, is going to grab this and gravitate to it. Don't you know every nation got a cell phone? Only the elect is going to be looking on that YouTube and they going to find Hebrew Israelites. Man, yo, the Lord undefeated. He undefeated. So again, it says, it is right to pay taxes to Caesar or not. Should we pay them or shouldn't we? Yahushua saw their hypocrisy and said, why? And hey, this is the example to show you some nigga gonna say Yahushua wasn't in captivity. This shows you even Yahushua was in captivity. Somebody gonna say, this is how we, the dudes from GOZ, God of Zion, they gonna say, this is how we know Jesus ain't Lord. When they try to get him to be king, he try to run away. Who gonna run away from being a king? You niggas don't know the scriptures. It wasn't Yahushua time to be a king, because if he did, he said, and y'all read the Old Testament, he said when he come back, he not gonna meet us as a man. It wasn't his time to be no damn king. And these niggas is ruling. The waster didn't even get created yet. The falling away didn't even happen yet. Right? So Yahushua saw through their hypocrisy and said, why are you trying to trap me? Show me a Roman coin and I'll tell you. Guess what? We have a Roman 2.0 coin. That same movement followed us here. They didn't even, guess what? They didn't even only just put it on the coin. The niggas put it on a dollar bill. The niggas even put it on their banks. The founder of JP Morgan, the founder of the central bank, right? Or they give you a dumbass name, or they talk about partners, right? Esau leaves his mark, right? That coin was that mark in the ancient world. It says when they handed it to him, he asked, whose picture and title are stamped on it? Caesar, they replied, right? Of course they did this in the past, but we're in the new age. We're using coins. We're using dollars. Yes, y'all using the bank, but all of that is going to change because they want to go to a new system, right? When they go to a new system, everything has to be new. Before, you couldn't buy a lot of stuff online. When Amazon came in, a lot of things changed. When brothers and sisters was able to buy their J's online, everything changed because you had a credit card and you was able to just type your numbers in online. Now you could just have it on your phone and automatically just swipe it and take it. We're getting to a time where things are going to be totally different. 17, it says, well then, Yahushua said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. His reply completely amazed him. So what belongs to Caesar? The money. This kingdom on this side, America and all that belonged to them. They got all this shit is wicked anyways. The money you got, this dirty money I got in my wallet, the money I got in my bank account, all of it is his. Look, we got a prime example. What Kanye West did. What happened? Did they leave that money in there? No, they took some. Why didn't they take all his money? In order to be in order to have billions, you got to be part of a system. You got to be doing something, right? Because they get to, as fast as they allowed you to have that money, they can take it. How they get this man bank account? Because Esau is watching everybody, especially when you have a high, what is it called? A high, what is it? What's the name called? Not a high value, a high profile. There we go. When you have a high profile in their society, it's no way you can't be touched, right? Drug dealers, a lot of drug dealers is getting away until they do something stupid. But as soon as they do this digital money, if you a drug dealer, it's going to be easy to track you, right? Let alone with this new system. Look, they put in cameras on every corner. They're able to watch you, right? So right now, in this modern time, we're under a new Caesar. They just call them presidents. You understand? This is how Esau getting revealed. This is how the wicked of Israel is getting revealed, right? Through the scriptures, through these lessons upon lessons, right? So let me go back to Jonah real quick. Again, I'm going to let you guys go real soon. Guess I'm just getting in there right now. I just want to get into the point where Jonah had to cry against this great city, and the men of the Lord is doing that today, right? Instead of being like Jonah with disobedience, like some men is, we have to be obedient, right? Jonah 1:1, and now the word of Yahweh came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me. And through the Spirit, who is Nineveh now? Because Nineveh is a great city. Nineveh had Israel in captivity. America is symbolic to a lot of captivities, right? Spiritually, attributes of war, right? Rome studied the Assyrians in war. That's why Rome became great at war tactics and weapons. They studied other nations. When it came to languages, Rome added on to that Latin and took the Greek, right? Because when the Greek was ruling, Greek language, Greek philosophy grew throughout the unknown world. Then when they came over here, they brought that Greek bullshit over here, man. You know, the Canaanite mindset, the Sodom and Gomorrah mindset. They do that in America. They do that in Israel. Certain foreign countries, you'll be put to death for being a sweet tooth now and later. Esau studied all captivity, all nations in history, let alone what they do is like general wealth. They hand me down knowledge, things that happened in the past. They give it hand. Hey, this is what happened to your ancestors this day. Why you think they got all the archives of the Israelites in the Vatican or in Russia? Not even it's other places. They got a lot of our old treasure. Solomon was damn near the richest man on the earth. Not Mansa Musa, but I bet you a lot of prized possession of the children of Israel. Esau has that. Just go study Esau. When he go hunting, what does he do? What do he do? He kills this animal and put him on a wall as a freaking trophy. Right? That's what he do. I was thinking of this precept, but I might just go to, I'll just go to what I'm thinking. Revelations, the 18th chapter. America is symbolic to Rome, right? Greek when it comes to philosophies, right? The Babylonians when it comes to that stupid paganism, right? Nineveh, right? Or we could just say Assyrian when it comes to army techniques or skill. And then you got other things that they took too. And Israel, they calling themselves Juju. Everything they steal from all nations, man. Right? Revelation 18:1. It says, after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was litten with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, which Babylon means confusion, the great is fallen, and become the habitation of devils, in the hold of every foul spirit, in a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through her abundance of her delicacies, right? And that's what, especially when America first started, it was delicate to the world, right? When they first started America, you can go on YouTube and you can look up the first buildings they were building that looked like Rome or looked like Greek. They made, New Jersey. They made Philadelphia, Washington. A lot of the cities that we see now, back when they first started, it all looked like Rome. It all looked like the Greek captivity, right? Because that same mindset. And they really came here, like in the time of, the movie Pocahontas, they came here looking for gold, silver, riches, copper, fruit, right? What else? Certain animals that they didn't have in other places. To really rule, you try to look for the riches, the spoils of a land, right? It could be women, right? It could be diamonds, pearls, gold, all of those things. You know, you're not just about to rule and you ain't looking for the riches, the wealth of a country or a wealth of a land. That's what they did, right? It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, right? And this is not talking about you come out of her and leave this place right now. You get on a boat or you get on an airplane and you go to another country. This is talking about spiritually, right? To spiritually come out of a place is not to follow the ways that they do or the system, but literally is leading into getting beamed up in the chariot. Because when you later on in the chapter, around 17 to 19, it says that Babylon is going to be destroyed in 60 minutes. Ancient Babylon was not destroyed with fire. So this is not talking about ancient Babylon. This is talking about mystery Babylon, right? Babylon the Great, the whore that never been touched, virgin daughter Babylon. Why is it a daughter? Because it's a daughter to Rome. And even if y'all can all do this research, you can go look up a book, Two Babylons, right? Rome called itself Babylon. That's why America is symbolic to Rome and Babylon. Same with the thoughts, the rules, regulations, the decrees, right? The wickedness that they push. Y'all can look this book up. I think it's on Amazon. Yep, right here. By Alexander Hislop. To Babylon. Proof the Roman Catholic beliefs came from pagan Babylonian religion. Right? Two Babylons. Right? Rome was even considered Babylon. Right? But now in the time that we're in now, America is that Rome 2.0. America is that great Babylon, right? So again, you can go look that up. This is nothing new. It might be new to y'all, but this is nothing new, right? So again, Revelations 8 and 4. So this is about us right now. What you do right now is going to calculate if you're going to get beamed up out of here. Right? Because he's saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not her plagues. What is the plagues? Being destroyed by nukes. You're already breathing the dumb air, the GMO food. So what is it? This is talking about the missiles. The missiles dropping and the after effect, right? You don't want the plagues. Even Jacob Trouble that's going to hit this place. You don't want to be affected like the 2/3, let alone when the nukes hit. You don't want to be the one seeing everybody get beamed up. While people getting beamed up, the missile getting closer and closer. And then that shit whoop your ass. Right? Verse 5, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven. God have remembered her iniquities. That's why every day, every week, if you hear news, something crazy going on, it's because their wickednesses keep growing. Right? Solomon, he had peace for 40 years, no war. Why is that? How is America going into other people's land and doing this, not even send order, and then other nations want to do something to America? Because you don't have a righteous king ruling. If he was a righteous king, it would be no war at all. At all. The land, it wouldn't have no war. I'm talking about a digital war, a financial war. You wouldn't have poor folks. When Solomon was ruling in that Sheba, when she came all the way from South Africa, she seen servants that looked like they was a ruler. That's real rulership, right? When you can't even tell the difference from the ruler or a damn servant. You know, when I went to DC, you had crackheads and regular homeless people sleeping right in front of the damn White House. And they just said that Joe Lyon gave damn near billions of dollars to this Ukrainian nigga, and the man didn't do nothing with it. You know, this is just like what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. When Abraham was speaking to the angels, he heard the wickedness and the cries of Sodom and Gomorrah reaching unto the heavens. The sins of Babylon's sins is reaching unto the heavens, man. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. America is in bed with all nations. That's why it's called a whore. This whore dabble in everything. This whore put anything in her body. That is America, man. Right? And a lot of whores lie. You know? Verse 7, how much she have glorified herself. And that's, you got Donald Duck, you got George Bush, you got so on and so on, but it's really not just them individually. It's the whole clique. The ones from the triangle or the umbrella from the top all the way down. Nathaniel Rothschild said he don't care who they put in office. Whoever controls and rules the money is the real ruler. And since I rule the money, that's my empire. You think shit changed? The money that you get, it would never be nothing if those bankers from Jacob Rothschild, his 5 sons, if they didn't make those banks, which they really studied, the Templars, that go way before 1776, right? That's in the time of the Renaissance where they created treasury banks, and they grew and got better and better. We couldn't have not no Federal Reserve. The three defiled frogs in Revelation 16 is the Vatican, London, and America. America is the reflection of the military might. The Vatican is the religion, and London is the finance. And the elites is living all the way in that land. And of course, they got their little minions everywhere else. The elites is living in a whole nother country watching their little whore grow in the way that they doing. They make money off of chaos. Everything we do, all the money, revenue that's in America, they get a piece of it. And niggas is on YouTube flashing money. Show me a real wealthy Edomite. They don't flash their money. Real Edomites, they don't flash it. Literally, they already flashing in your face when they own all social media, all types of industries, the music industry, the Grammys, the movies that you watch. Some of these, and I'm going to finish this and then we're going to close. Some of the movies that you watch, like Avengers, Terminator, The Matrix, a black lady wrote it, but guess who took it over? The government. The government has a freaking a movie crew that spills out information just for controversy. They create these videos just for controversy. And sometimes they make these movies that tell on themselves. It's not all the way true, but they sprinkle some in it. Like when it talks about drugs being poured in the ghetto, go watch the TV show Snowfall. That's not the only one, but they show you in Scarface. Esau was pushing that in here, but he was trying to put it in the hood. That wasn't in Beverly Hills. Niggas knew friends and they started getting it, but all the drugs went to the hood where niggas is at. Ghetto means where Jews reside. Where is the black Latinos at? In the ghetto, in the hood. They push crack, heroin, all those drugs is where niggas is at. Oh, I see Edomites. I see Chinese on drugs. Yeah, I do too. But it was really pushed for us because the elites know if Yahushua come, it's over for them. They've been always trying to get their that birthright back. You know? So let's close this out. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart and her mind, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. Right? And this goes into the book of Isaiah where Babylon feel like they won't never be touched. That's why it's called daughter virgin Babylon. A virgin is somebody that hasn't been touched. And that's what America is, right? And the true meaning of queen, really spelled Quean, means whore. That's amazing, right? Verse 8, it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahweh Shemashai God, who judgeth her, right? And this is the whore that says she won't be touched. In Zelensky, what did he just say? If that's not the spirit, what did he say?
Well, don't tell us what we're... Bigger country. A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless. You don't know that. God bless you.
Hey, he owned something, but Yahweh Shemau Shai know, and he gave the secrets unto us. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow. I shall see no sorrow, right? No pain. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahweh Bashim Shai power who judgeth her. So Zelensky was actually speaking. He was talking something. And Esau, little proud, what's his name? Donald Duck, his little proud tongue, he really think that he won't be touched. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Right? Ancient Babylon was not called daughter. This was talking about this place. He was futurely talking about this place because Babylon got taken over by the Persian Medes. America never been taken by a foreign land. So when it says virgin, it means untouched, right? Sit on the ground. There is your throne, O daughter of the Chaldee, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, cover thy thigh, and pass over the rivers. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. Going back to Revelation, she said, I sit a queen, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember to latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. Yo, this is inevitable. Not like the lesson through the spirit that I did before camp, because I didn't know that the brother Asher was gonna bring this out. But I had did a quick joint before camp, and I said we cannot stop what's coming. So the same thing that's going to happen to Mystery Daughter Babylon, none of us can stop it. Esau, your mama, Uncle Ray Ray, none of us can stop what's going to come. You can't stop it. Don't you know? Some of you niggas that want to commit suicide, you still ain't going to stop it. If you go back into the world and say, I don't want to do this truth, you still ain't stopping nothing. If you say, oh, I don't believe in this no more, you still ain't stopping it. If you want to say Kemet is the real God, you still ain't stopping this. You know? But all praises to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai Bashim Kakadash. Lord willing, this is edifying. Again, it's about singing the same song. And I agree with the message that the brothers the elder apostle was teaching. I didn't get to finish the whole thing. Lord willing, I get to. But other than that, you know, we're in a time of prophecy. You know, you can enjoy yourself, kick your feet up, but we're in a time of prophecy. And, you know, for you brothers and sisters, of course, you brothers that might not be teaching, and you sisters, keep the faith, keep watching, keep watch, because you are an Israelite too. You watching, the Lord is watching you watch the men of the Lord teach. Sharpen your spirit with faith by just hearing the word, like, damn, that's real. And put fear upon yourself. right? And that fear should make you want to go harder in your role, go harder in your faith, so that you do not reap the benefits of the plagues that's going to hit daughter of Babylon, right? So I'm going to pray for you, pray for me. And this message that I just said is only for the elect. So with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. And with that, Shalom. Shalom.